Welcome to another video, and in today's video we are inside of the 2008 Porsche Boxster. Now this is definitely a car that a lot of people will notice, and not just because it's a Boxster, not the actual type, but just because it's a Porsche. This is definitely a car that's been around for a very long time, and with that they've basically applied their same body style to just about every car that they make, especially in the front end of the vehicle. So if you look at this vehicle, you automatically are going to know that it's a Porsche, like I said, because of the front end. Those circular headlights that you have up the front definitely is just a dead giveaway with these cars. And a lot of people have seen these cars as, like, you know, the fast supercar that is affordable, and it is affordable. And like I said, a lot of people just see these as fast luxury cars. The Porsche emblem in itself just right here on the steering wheel, and then you also have it between the front two headlights up there, like I said. Moving on into the interior of the vehicle, it definitely does live up to everything that I just talked about. Definitely has this very nice peach tannish leather going on. It's definitely a really nice feel, and from being 2008, everything is still in pretty good condition. You have a 5-speed manual here, which I'll talk more about later. You do have an aftermarket Pioneer system here, so you have a DVD player, you have your Sirius XM HD radio and all that good stuff in here. But all around, you know, the interior is definitely held up well. You definitely do have some nice gauge cluster. Everything really, like I said, is held up well. But also, just thinking about, since this car is from 2008, you know, it kind of was ahead of its time with all the features and whatnot. Like I said, with the digital gauge cluster that you have right here, you also have some really nice seats. You know, the bolstering could be a little better, but they do hold you in pretty nice. Really nice perforated leather. So we're going to go ahead and turn on this vehicle and go ahead and start taking it on a drive here. Just have to push my foot in on the clutch. Gonna go ahead and put the car in first gear. Now this is the Porsche Boxster from 2008, like I've already mentioned, and the clutch grabs up pretty high. Going to go ahead and get in the second gear. Another thing to note about this vehicle is it actually is a convertible. If you guys saw from those shots earlier, you can basically take off the roof very fast and easy. You know, it just comes off in a matter of seconds, goes right back on in a matter of seconds. Really nice, because that way you also have the benefit of having this nice interior all in the light, and you know, the light can really just shine in. I like how this vehicle really is just a nice cruiser. And so we're gonna go ahead, I'm in first gear, gonna go ahead and just roll into the gas and see how the car gets up to speed. So it definitely is, it's definitely a little quick thing. Now, it's definitely not the fastest thing by far. The Porsche Boxster is more so the car, like I said, to be a nice cruiser, to be fast. In a way to describe it to you, it's almost like a Miata for Porsche enthusiasts. If you guys know what a Miata is, it's basically a car, you know, it likes to definitely be revved out in the lower RPMs. You know, there's not a lot of power down low, but it definitely does, like I said, like the higher RPMs, likes to be revved out. And it's a car that you have to keep up in the higher RPMs to get it to move, because around 4,000 is where your torque comes on. And I do believe that this vehicle is making around 245 horsepower to 300 around then. I'm gonna go ahead and roll onto it again. And it's definitely a fun and easy car to drive. Like I said, the clutch does grab up high. This is a 5-speed manual, and it is definitely fun to drive this thing, just getting it, rolling it up through the gears. Like I said, all the power comes in on the high end, but then just cruising, everything just calms back down. I can definitely see myself, you know, with the roof off. Now, of course, I don't have it off now. It is in November, and it's kind of cold, and plus the wind noise. But it definitely is a nice vehicle that I could definitely see someone having on a Sunday afternoon drive or something like that. The seating position in this vehicle is pretty nice. You do have some really good visibility. It's a smaller car. You can definitely feel the lighter weight just as I was accelerating, and I plan on also doing some turning here and telling you guys how it handles. But more about the visual appearance. Like I said, this Porsche, it's always been a car that when it drives by, everyone knows what it is. You also have some nice wheels on the outside with the Porsche emblem, and you know, I'm just looking at people now, just kind of looking. I actually had one guy just kind of staring at me when I first took it off the lot. you know, because he knows what it is. It's a Porsche, and like I said, the appearance of this vehicle is just something that's really iconic. Also, while driving this thing, another thing to mention is the ride quality, and the ride quality is pretty decent. Like I said, everything's pretty calm and whatnot, being a nice cruiser. You do feel the bumps in the road. The suspension is on the stiffer side, but all in all, you know, being from 2008 and the car has aged a little bit, you know, it's to be expected, but you know, it's definitely not bad at all. You don't feel like you're being tossed around or anything like that. A pretty smooth ride overall. So next, what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna go ahead and take this car on the back roads here for a second, just see how the handling is. Like I said, exactly what I was expecting this car to be like. Just like, you know, your lighter cars like the Miata or something like that. Just really, like I said already about the power, it likes to be up in higher RPMs. Definitely a ton of fun to drive. You know, you put your foot down and you're not surpassing the speed limit, but you know, it's definitely a thrill. You get all the drama, the noise of the engine spooling up, see the RPMs go really high, and you know, you just move. And the way it took that turn back there that I took, you know, it took it pretty decently. You know, it could be a little bit better handling, but for how light the car is, you know, you can definitely see this car being a car that, you know, do a track day. I'm gonna go ahead and downshift here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this turn. Yeah, definitely a fun car to drive on the back roads. So ending my time with the 2008 Porsche Boxster, I definitely think it's an interesting car. Definitely a ton of fun, like I said, just going through the gears and whatnot. I love this 5-speed manual. It's definitely a really easy car to drive. Like I said, a really iconic body design, and Porsche is known for just making very nice performance vehicles. And even though this is about almost 10 years old now, this vehicle still handles like it was basically brand new. If you'd like to find out more about this vehicle, head on down to Capitol Ford here in Charlotte, North Carolina. They'll definitely be willing to work out a deal with you on this vehicle because it's definitely listed already at a nice price. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in another video.